This is the Hard Mark Podcast, starring Eric Donaldson and Ryan Murphy.
You're trying to minimize the shake of the ice cube.
That's just how I drink coffee.
Do you always drink iced coffee?
I prefer it, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Why? Just out of curiosity. Full disclosure, not a coffee guy.
Yeah, I don't like hot drinks. Like I don't like tea.
Okay.
Or hot cider. But I like cold sparkling cider. I don't know. I've always been a cold drink.
Hot chocolate.
Yeah, not really.
What? Really? Just nothing hot?
Chocolate milk though.
Well, not hot chocolate milk.
No, of course not. Ice cold chocolate milk.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's no such thing as cold chocolate.
No.
Like a hot chocolate that's cold. It'd be chocolate milk would be the closest.
We're living in the age where anything's possible,
That's
so
true,
you never
yeah.
know. It could be a thing. In fact, I think I saw something recently on goldbelly.com. But before we talk about Goldbelly, let's just talk a little bit about the Hard Mark Podcast. Thank you again for joining us. Episode 5, I believe, is where we're at. Number 5, lucky number 5. Not my favorite number. What's your favorite number, Ryan?
17. 17 was, yeah.
That's your favorite number?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that because it was your favorite age?
17 probably was my favorite age.
You had to peak sometime.
Yeah, no, I think I did at that point. Yeah, no, for some reason, it was my favorite number. I haven't really thought about it for a while, but maybe I should reevaluate that.
This seems like as good of a forum as any.
Yeah.
But, Hard Mark Podcast, thank you very much for tuning in, listening, streaming, downloading, whatever you want to call it, whatever method you took to access Ryan's voice and my voice here today. We are existing on Facebook, if you weren't already aware of that. If you haven't liked us on Facebook, perhaps you should consider doing so. We may even run some sort of incentive in the future to try and bolster those likes.
I'm working on that.
Are you?
Yeah.
Our social media campaign? Perfect. Thank you. It's about time that you started pulling your weight around here. We're also on Twitter. So if you like to tweet about things and you like reading the tweets of other people, we are on that platform as well. So thank you very much. Want to get those plugs right out of the way before we launch into our greetings. So with that said, greetings, Ryan Murphy. How are you doing today?
Very good.
Thanks.
Very good. Great. Yeah. Happy to be here. Yeah. What
are you going to ask me how I'm doing?
No. How are you doing, Eric?
I'm doing very well.
Yeah.
Thank you. No reason.
Oh.
Just doing pretty good.
Okay.
It's the weekend.
That's true.
The sun is, well, it's not
really here.
Nah, it's not really a sunny day, but hey, we're alive. We're two 30-year-old men just talking about some wrestling.
Stop that.
There's a couple of 30-year-old dudes talking about grappling, and I enjoy it. Any follow-up, anything that you've had on your mind after our last episode of Andy Kaufman versus Jerry Lawler? Have you been tortured by visions of pile drivers since our last encounter?
Forgot about it. That was nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was a bad one, but I'm glad that we established that. I'm glad I made the DVD purchase to help facilitate that whole thing. So with that and now the rear view, we will be ranking our 5th match here today. That 5th match, we're going to go into the land of extreme. That's right. I know you're a big extreme sports guy, as we established last week. Big into the rollerblading, Ryan Murphy. Big into the roller.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course I remember.
Yeah.
So I saw that this is real. I actually saw this. I was out shopping this past weekend with my wife, and as we were walking around the mall, I saw somebody with a tattoo. Here's what the tattoo said. It said, "Our blade or die."
Our blade or die.
Yeah. And when I saw that, I knew, okay, this is a sign that the universe needs me to inquire with Ryan Murphy a little bit more about this rollerblading topic.
Was it just like the writing, or was there some?
Yeah, no, it was just right. It was just text. It was on the back of her calf. It said "Our blade or die," and it looked like
that can't be a rollerblading reference.
What the hell else could it?
I don't know, but what?
What do you mean?
Our blade? I've never heard our blade. Why would you just leave it at our blade?
Because your calf's
or
not
like blade or die.
Lady, blade could.
Was it R hyphenated blade?
If people thought that if she just had a blade or die, then she like people are like, oh, she must really like Wesley Snipes or something like that. And that wasn't the vibe she was trying to give off. So our blade then further solidified.
Was it hyphenated?
No,
Okay.
it was just our blade as if it was one word.
Oh.
Blade. So not like a Reddit thing, not like our blade. It was our blade or die.
It'd be funny if it was Reddit.
And it was in script, like, Tim Burton movies.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God. It was like that script.
Yeah.
You like it in all those title sequences where it's like a spooky font. It looked like that on the back of her calf, our blade or die.
That's interesting.
And that was the sign I needed from the universe. Like, okay, this is where I was meant to be in my life.
How old was she?
Mid-20s.
Oh.
Yeah. Kind of like, punked out. Other tattoos that I couldn't really make out, but that was the one that I saw and focused in on. And
It's such an interesting tattoo.
I mean, would you consider getting it? It doesn't have to be on your calf.
Our blade or die.
I mean, your hair's a little long. You can get it on the back of your neck and just cover it up.
I think it was a tattoo guy, maybe. I'm not a tattoo guy.
Well, that's the front runner so far. I think we can agree on that.
If I were to get a tattoo.
You can get a tattoo.
Yeah,
Our
definitely.
blade or die.
Easily.
Or you could just say blade or die.
Yeah, I might go with that.
Blade Trinity, so underrated. I think...
Soul skating.
Huh?
Soul skating.
Soul skating?
Soul skating.
What the... You're dropping this reference on me, and you're chuckling about it.
Just go on.
Is that like... I've heard of soul surfing. Isn't that a movie? That was a movie, Soul Surfer.
I don't know.
It was.
Was it?
Factually, I'm saying
okay.
it. Not,
yeah. Oh.
I'm not putting it out into the ether for the hopes that somebody says something. I'm telling you, soul, is it like, are they connected in any way?
No.
What is soul skating?
I feel like I'm referencing this too much now. You've never seen Brink?
Brink 2, Val's Revenge?
Not Brink 2, just the original Brink.
So, okay. Let me take a quick step back because I remember being dumbfounded at this whole story about you trying to find a not porno online and then messaging the creators and yada, yada, yada. I did perform a search of Brink 2 Val's Revenge after our last session. I think I found what you're talking about. I found that somebody had posted the half an hour or whatever it is, but there's no sound, no audio. It's just video. Mm-hmm. But like the actual title of the video was called Disney's Brink 2 Val's Revenge. So is the original Brink a Disney film?
It is like a 1998.
So we're talking like High School Musical era, or is that too early?
This is much earlier.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure High School Musical was like mid 2000s.
Was it? Okay. No, I don't know what Brink is. No.
Well, I feel like you're missing out.
What are you? Okay, you're gonna show me something.
No, I'm not. I was curious as to when High School Musical came out.
I was gonna look that up too. Yes, that was also my thing. 2007 was the second one.
Okay. Yeah, mid 2000s then.
So this was 1998, you're saying?
Yeah.
What the fuck is it?
It's just a skating movie.
Okay, it's a movie about skating.
Oh, yeah.
And at this point in time, you were like big into skating.
Yeah.
So it was a big skating movie. You were also big into blading.
Blading. Blades, yeah.
And so soul skating is a term from this film.
It is.
Is it just something stupid where it's like skate with all your heart?
It is. It is very much like, but it's like the premise of the movie.
It's soul skating.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then soul surfing sounds like it's pretty similar. Thank you for okay. I feel like I did a disservice by not probing into this more last week, but like that was the longest episode in the history of the world. So I didn't really feel like it was necessary. So when did you get into rollerblading?
I got a pair of rollerblades when I was like 7 or 8. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. So around 7 or 8. And then how long did you kind of stick with it?
Not very long.
Like a year? Less?
Yeah, maybe. We used to play hockey, like roller hockey on roller.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like in the street.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's all American fun.
Oh yeah, it was great, but I didn't stick with it. I didn't get good or anything.
But something about it, some kernel of that.
Yeah, being 8 and like seeing any movie, like that's,
Sure.
Yeah.
But then you, as a 30-year-old man, purchased rollerblades. Was there any rollerblading that happened between 8 and 30?
Yeah, I went to the skate park once.
Okay.
Landed right on my tailbone.
Is that after some skaters shoved you over, or?
No, I tried to so we, I don't know if you know where Centennial is. It was a long skate back into downtown Snohomish. We skated all the way. Like we had our blades over our shoulders all day and
Your blades.
Then, and then we skated the Centennial Trail back to downtown Snohomish. People probably don't know where this is, but anyway.
Sure.
I tried to drop in. And,
which is a skating term.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, you're dropping in.
I tried to drop in and I just ate it.
Okay.
And that was...
How old were you when this happened?
12.
So 8-year-old Ryan played a little bit, did some blading out on the street, decided, not for me. Then fast forward, you're 12, you're dropping in at skate parks.
Dropping in.
Eating shit.
Oh, yeah.
And then nothing else until you...
That was it.
Are 29?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, and I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know what compelled me to buy these skates. I saw them. I think. I don't know what it was. But I saw
you
these.
Just love a good deal.
It wasn't a great deal. It wasn't even a great deal. The skates were kind of expensive.
I don't know who looks at roller. Are we calling them skates?
They were like $130.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
$130 skates or blades. Is there a difference? Skates have wheels, right?
Yeah,
blades
these have 3 wheels on them, so it's not even a standard 4. But they're pretty large too, so they're supposed to you're supposed to get a little bit more speed. Yeah, skates.
Okay,
I call them blades,
but they aren't technically. I don't know what the difference is. I'm exploring the space right now. A blade, in my mind, a roller blade has more narrow wheels where it's not a full.
I think roller blades used to be considered the one, the 4, you had 4 wheels right in a row as opposed to roller skates where you had 2 on the front, 2 in the back.
Oh.
That was kind of the difference where you would, yeah. Okay. So that, a blade would be.
All right.
Because it's all in line.
Okay, sure. Why not?
Yeah. So,
for no discernible reason, you decided I'm going to buy these 100.
I did. I thought I was going to skate around our little neighborhood and there's some side. I thought I was going to, yeah. I really, and I skated once.
Is this this is after you bought your house?
Yeah. Oh yeah. This was in March.
Are you kidding me? You're a homeowner.
Yeah.
Who decides I want to just roller skate around the neighborhood.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
I can't imagine being neighbors with someone like you. Just watching you go up and down the street on your roller. Of course, it only happened one time from the sounds of it.
It did.
And then your ankles decided.
Yeah, it hurt really bad. It was a lot of pain. Also very physically exhausted after that. And I didn't even skate that far.
Where are those skates right now?
They're in my truck. I'll show you.
Right now they are?
Yeah. They haven't been removed from my truck since I took that trip on the Centennial Trail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noted. Well, if there's anybody who's willing to make a reasonable offer to Mr. Ryan, are you willing to sell your skates? I guess I should establish that before I put this out into the
That's a good question.
world. If you're willing to make a reasonable offer, he will accept reasonable offers for his...
They're $130.
Right, which I would say reasonable. I mean, we're talking one-time use. I mean, you are a heavy sweater, so there's probably some light stains. I'd say 125. If you're willing to just tweet us at Hardmark Podcast on Twitter, let us know. We're accepting all serious inquiries.
Tell us why you're passionate about skating.
Yeah, exactly. Tell us your experience watching Disney's Brand and how that affected you and your soul skating. Is there any other extreme sports, Ryan, that you would say that you're a fan of, or at least an aficionado of?
Not really. I used to snowboard.
How about skiing?
No, I want to, but I haven't skied.
Snowboarding, whatever.
Do you ski?
I don't do any of these things that we're talking
you
about.
You never have?
I've never skied.
Oh.
I've never really skateboarded. I've sat on a skateboard and with my feet, I would push myself with both my feet while sitting on my butt.
On just a regular skateboard?
Yeah.
Not like a longboard or anything?
No.
Oh.
No, just, it was whatever.
You got it out there. You tried.
Exactly, yeah. I didn't attempt to stand.
Oh, that's dangerous.
But, I never surfed. For a lot of these things, I just don't see, there's not a whole lot of benefit for me.
But you've been to Hawaii.
Yeah.
You never tried the surfing lessons or anything? Because no one who does it is I did it.
Yeah.
It was hard. And it hurt. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know about surfing. There's a lot of rocks in the water.
You're not selling me on any of this.
I'm just surprised. Most people go to Hawaii, and that's the thing they look for. I'm gonna go try surfing lessons because they're not that expensive there.
Sure,
you go out there. It's
because it's a miserable time.
It didn't hurt.
I'm not a strong swimmer, so like for me, like I can swim a little bit. I'm more of a pool guy.
But you're in like 3 feet of water.
Well, I don't know that. I never researched it. I just know that, hey, I'm out in the ocean here. Like I'm not a great swimmer. I don't really want to be out.
You're in like 3 feet of water. You're standing the entire time.
Well, if I had you to feed me with this information, I could have made an appropriate decision. But, every time I did kick a sea turtle in the face.
By mistake?
On accident. Yeah. No, not intentionally.
Just like, were you just swimming around above water?
Yeah, I was just swimming around just on a random beach outside of Honolulu. And my foot hit something. And I thought it was one of the people I was with. I looked up and I saw the person that I was with, and I thought they were the person I kicked. So I was like, but if you're here, then who? And I turned around and it was a turtle.
That would have freaked me out a little bit.
Yeah, it was big.
Yeah,
it was a big turtle.
They are. You see them just and they float right by. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I didn't kick one, but
take it toe out. I also saw, what did I see giving birth? A seal? Saw a seal give birth. It wasn't actually in the process of birthing, but it was in labor.
Nice.
Yeah. So these are the things that I do. In lieu of extreme sports lessons. The reason that I'm bringing up all these extreme sports and extreme topics, the 90s, we lived through them. We loved them. But what was really big throughout the 90s was extreme. Just the buzzword around extreme seems like everything had an extreme version to it, etc.
X Games.
The X Games. Who could forget Tony Hawk and his 900?
There you go.
Yeah. I can't remember anyone else that ever participated in the X Games besides Tony Hawk off the top of my head. Maybe
Travis Pastrana.
Sure. Okay. That's a good name. I think he's
Ryan Nyquist. Ryan Nyquist.
What did he do again?
He's a BMX guy.
Okay.
There's one more big one that, I think he had a video game. What was his name?
Oh, you saying that, Matt
Hoffman was, but it wasn't his game.
Yeah, Matt Hoffman had a video game.
Did he?
Yeah, it was like an offshoot of Tony Hawk.
Yeah, no.
Matt Hoffman Pro BMX.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
There's one more guy. I'm gonna think of it eventually. He was like the big name, even bigger than Hoffman.
Oh, in BMX?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I did watch the X Games here and there. I could never get into BMX.
I was also a big BMX guy.
Like, for me, every trick looked like, okay, I'm sitting on the seat. Now I'm not. Or it looked like I'm going to twirl the bike once. And then that was the trick. And the technical element of it, I couldn't really get into. Skateboarding, I sort of like followed very casually a little bit. I remember seeing like the Rodney Mullen videos where he would like just grind on like the top of the skateboard. And I thought that was incredible. But,
do you ever play the video games?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, those are great.
The Tony Hawk,
great games.
Do you have a favorite?
I like Tony Hawk's Underground 1. Like
Tony Hawk's Underground?
Oh yeah.
Get out of my house.
Well, I thought, okay. the original like Tony Hawk's, like they had the great soundtracks.
They did. Yes.
Great soundtracks.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of what, but yeah, as far as gameplay, Tony Hawk's Underground, the first one.
Huh.
Dave Mira, by the way.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I know that name.
Yeah.
I don't know him personally.
Okay.
We haven't had the pleasure of acquaintance yet, but Dave Mira, if you're listening, I would love to meet you. We could talk about the X Games and all the BMX cool, they call them pegs, right?
Pegs, yeah.
Peg trips. If you ever want to get pegged, Dave Mira, I'm here. I'm
well said.
Thank you. So yeah, the reason I'm bringing all this extreme topics to the limelight here is because wrestling was no exception to the extreme bug, so to speak, that was going around through the 90s. So there was we've talked a little bit about the WWF. We kind of have an inkling over, Vince McMahon's mighty WWF lording over the rest of the wrestling landscape in the world throughout the 80s and 90s. We've also talked a little bit about WCW, your favorite as a child. But there was a third major company in the United States, and they were known as ECW, Extreme championship.
Take it up a notch.
That's right.
Yeah.
You got to kick
it wasn't extreme enough.
all those other organizations, pussies.
Yeah, right. That's what it sounds like.
This is the real deal.
Yeah.
So they were based out of Philadelphia. They were much, much smaller than either WWF or WCW. They had a cult following. They had some broadcasting. Eventually they had national broadcasting, but it took a good few years before they kind of established that footing. But yeah, today we're going to be watching a match from Extreme Championship Wrestling that I think that will be very good. I think you'll enjoy it.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about the participants of today's matchup. So first, we have a guy named Taz. He originally started out in the late, I think, very tail end of the 80s, early 90s. His name was the Tasmaniac originally. In fact, let me just, and I'll post this on our social media channels.
Sounds a lot like the Tasmanian devil. Is that what he's going for?
Absolutely right, my friend. Right. Absolutely right.
I had a friend growing up who had a bunch of Taz memorabilia. Like as a kid, that was his like blankets, little action figures, like the whole thing. He was just.
Have you kept in touch with this person?
He was like my best friend growing up through like high school. I see him occasionally, like we got to the bars or something, but not.
Does he still have Taz?
I don't know. But it was pretty decked out and it was like his thing.
I can't think of a way of picking up women more than having a room fully decked out in Looney Tunes, but specifically Taz related memorabilia.
Well, as he got older, it was more like Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition, like all over his walls. So
well, it's a natural sort of.
Like it might have been a tad excessive.
I mean, so many people have made that jump from Taz, the Tasmanian devil.
It did. It was like one extreme to the next.
Brooklyn Decker. That's fairly common.
Yeah.
But here's a picture. I'll post this picture on our social media. Here's a picture of him as that character. That's the Tasmaniac.
Okay.
So what happened to the Tasmaniac? And in fact, this is another thing that you and I can watch. But he had his neck broken. You'll never guess what movie.
Driver.
It was a pile driver, as a matter of fact. It was an assisted pile driver. It was where not only are you being pile driven, that's the past tense of that.
Yeah.
But somebody else is grabbing your legs, so like they're up on the rope, and then they're supposedly like pushing your legs down to generate more force on you.
Right onto your neck.
Right on your neck, which is the strongest part of your body. So he legitimately got his neck broken, as the story goes, which it's wrestling, so sometimes you have to take things with a grain of salt. But Taz himself has maintained that he walked to the hospital after having his neck broken.
I assume they put him on a stretcher, and then he's saying he walked from the stretcher to the hospital. Or
I think he walked to the locker room and then walked to the.
So he wasn't. So like he broke like some sort of vertebrae or something. Like not a.
Well, I mean, he wasn't
paralyzed.
He wasn't paralyzed. No.
But he just broke his neck. No, I mean, I get it. Like
pussy.
That's what I was wondering. So he broke his neck, but he could walk.
Yeah, no, it wasn't like a Christopher Reeves neck break. Right, it was a little bit less severe where, it's, non-paralyzed.
Yeah,
probably some nerve damage, but nothing where he couldn't, walk ever again.
Yeah.
And so he was out for the better part of a year. And when he came back, so this was in like the mid 90s, I want to say around 94, 95-ish, which around that same point in time was about when the UFC started becoming like more popular, at least more well known among like the college circuit and just, combat sports and things like that. So he was smart enough. He had done a lot of training in judo when he was younger. So he was smart enough to kind of like see that and like, okay, I need to change things up. I'm not going to be like this sort of Islander style character anymore. So when he came back, it was basically a version of himself. He shortened his name to just Taz. And his character, when he came back from injury, was, I'm going to suplex people onto their heads with the intention of breaking their necks.
First of all, just coming back after breaking your neck doing this.
Yeah.
Worth it for sure. But yeah.
Yeah.
Come back with a vengeance like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like generally speaking, in pro wrestling, you're not trying to hurt people. You're not trying to injure them. Like it's a coordinated effort between both people to, simulate a fight. So it wasn't, especially in the United States back then, it was rare that you'd see people getting like literally just dumped on top of their heads. But like that was his character. And I guess presumably he was doing it somewhat safely, but a lot of the things that he was doing to guys looked fucking dangerous. But it got him over. People fucking bought it. This dude, so the guy that you saw the picture of, he's probably no more than 5'6" max, maybe even shorter than that. But like over the course of the next few years, they had everyone believing that is the fucking toughest wrestler in the world. He could beat up any other wrestler from WCW or WWF. And that's really what ECW did well, was like they played into people's strengths to the point where you could feasibly see like, oh yeah, Taz, oh yeah, he can kill anybody else.
Did they ever cross over into other leagues? Was that?
So what was more common, the answer to your question is yes. What was more common was you would have guys who their contract expire with one organization, they jump over to another.
Yeah.
There was a point where ECW and the WWF did do some cross promoting. And so Taz did wrestle on WWF shows as a part of ECW. But that was fairly short lived. And his opponent for this match that we'll be watching, you're going to love this. This dude's name is Bam Bam Bigelow.
Bam Bam.
Triple B. If you're a fan of alliteration, this guy is the guy for you. I was actually talking to Heather about him. She hadn't seen him before. I'm going to paint a picture for you right now.
Yeah. I already have one.
I want to see how well the picture matches up to the picture in your brain. So this is I'm going to say, I think he's about 6'6", 370 pounds, former bounty hunter from New Jersey. And I mean, to complete the picture, it's hard to really do him justice without talking about this part. He had flames tattooed on his skull.
So he's a bald guy?
Bald guy, with where his hairline would be. So think of like a widow's peak, like a very prominent widow's peak, but flame tattoos on the top of his scalp. Do you have an adequate picture at this moment?
No, well, just because you said bounty, I'm thinking like Dog the Bounty Hunter, but like bald and like, that's, yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right. So let me.
Looks like it doesn't look like, is that really it?
That's
looks like a drawing.
Yeah.
What a good looking guy.
I know, right? I think he's missing some teeth. I don't know how clear that is in these pictures here.
Yeah, that looks like a guy I wouldn't want to.
There's an up close and personal.
He's got the facial hair too.
Yeah, he's got everything.
Mustache.
He's got everything you would need.
Yikes.
So that's the match. So the match is Bam Bam Bigelow, 6'5", former bounty hunter, probably got a solid foot over Taz. Just to kind of flesh out the remaining things here. So Taz is one of the champions of ECW at this time. He's the television champion, which traditionally for a lot of companies, they have like the world title and they have other titles underneath that. Kind of as you're making your way through the ranks, you have something to be fighting for. So he's the television champion. Bam Bam is wrestling for the television champion. Bam Bam's from New Jersey. As we mentioned, the match takes place in New Jersey, but Bam Bam double-crossed Taz. So Taz is out for revenge. so you could look at it as, is the hometown boy going to win, or is Taz going to get revenge from being double-crossed?
How big is Taz? What did you say? He was 5'6"?
I think he's like 5'6".
And then how much did he weigh?
He's pretty stout. I'd say he's like 260, 270.
So he's still short by 100 pounds.
Yeah, no, he's substantially smaller than Bam Bam.
And his go-to move is the pile driver. He's out to breaknecks.
He's not doing pile drivers. What he'll do is he will grab, like, are you familiar with what a suplex is? That's fine. So, like, there's all sorts of different, basically a suplex is just throwing somebody. Suplex is pretty much a catch-all term for I'm going to throw you somewhere. So he would do all sorts of different suplexes, but most of the suplexes, the guy would land on their head. Like that's what he was targeting. So they'd like grab him by the waist, toss him over his head, and then they'd splat on their head. Or he'd like grab him by the neck, throw him over his head, and they'd do that. So that was a lot of his offense. His finishing move was a judo submission hold he called the Taz mission. I guess in judo it's called the Katsuhajime, something like that. But basically it's like a chokehold. You know, he may not necessarily be able to suplex Bam Bam, but he could certainly chokehold Bam Bam.
All right.
And then Bam Bam's finisher, I think is like it's like a pile driver, actually.
That is a pile driver.
Yeah, it's a pile driver. That's the backstory of the match. Anything anything that you would like me to flesh out for you?
No, that's good. That gives me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's move along. I guess the last things I wanted to say around Bam Bam. So he's one of the few guys who was, and he showed up in the late 80s, but still he was like an 80s big guy wrestler, which usually that means that they're not going to move very much. They're not going to do a whole lot. Pretty much just very basic elementary style stuff. Bam Bam was super agile for his size. Like he would frequently do cartwheels.
I can't even do a cartwheel.
I know. And he would do pretty good cartwheels if I remember right. He also could do like moonsaults, which is like a backflip from the top rope.
Nice.
So he was like very, very agile for a big guy wrestler. And he's kind of one of the people that helped legitimize ECW. It was like, okay, this is an actual third company that is viable and can exist. Because a lot of times in ECW, you kind of had guys that maybe weren't good enough to make it in the other two organizations. Yeah. So he helped legitimize them as a company. So, well, why don't we get right to it? I know everybody's been waiting for it. Ryan's Corner!
There's nothing more that I like than a fresh cut line.
What you got for us this week,
Thanks
Ryan?
again. Thanks again, Eric.
You're welcome.
Great introduction.
Yeah. Do you not have anything?
Well, I mean, okay, just today, if we're going to have to bring something, I mean, you brought up foosball last time. This week I've seemed to have dealt with roundabouts a lot.
Okay, sure.
So I talked to an older woman. She was so upset with roundabouts and like how they're becoming very popular here, and she despised them.
Okay.
And I've never heard anything negative about roundabouts. As far as like I know, they really help the flow of traffic and very popular in Europe. But so that was going on, and she just kind of like went into how she, like the government's coming in and making all these around like liberals and like
what?
Yeah, she was
blaming liberals for roundabouts.
Yes, it was moving in that direction pretty rapidly. City, all of that. So, but today I was driving and I saw something like, I don't even know how he did it, but he got in the round. It's a 1-lane roundabout and he went the wrong way.
Oh shit!
He was in it the wrong, like completely. Like I don't.
He took a left when he was supposed to take a right.
It goes right. Yeah, I don't know because there's a barrier, right? Like, going out probably 20 feet. I don't know how he got in it going the wrong way, but you
saw this today?
Yes, today. Like,
wow.
I don't know.
Yeah, I like roundabouts.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of folks you drip.
I'm terribly. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people who don't know how to drive in roundabouts, and that creates problems.
But that also creates a safer intersection for people who don't.
Not if they don't know how to use it.
It does though, because people are going slower when they get into roundabouts because they're unfamiliar, don't know how to use them. So you're going to see like less accidents unless they don't see you the wrong way in a roundabout. But that's part of it is like people slow down so much that there's like, from my understanding, I haven't looked at any data or anything, but significantly less accidents hopping into roundabouts.
So you're saying that roundabouts are safer than
like
a light would be
yeah.
Because people are going slower because they don't know how to use them?
That's my understanding.
That's an interesting take.
Yeah. Dude, I think it makes sense to me. They are weird, and some of them can be like, sometimes you just like, okay, like who has the right of way? Like I always like run up to them and like shit.
There's a lot of them in Seattle that are like tiny, like little mini roundabouts where like that one I've been confused about that one. I wasn't really paying attention before. But for like an actual proper roundabout with like multiple entry and exit points, that shit should be like known for everybody now. And the fact that some lady would blame liberals for the existence of roundabouts, are you
surprised though that she like, I'm not.
No,
I saw this coming like a mile away and it just rolled right into it.
I don't know where roundabouts tie into the liberal agenda though. I guess that's where I'm struggling to,
should have got her more into it.
Well, you were in a position that you couldn't really argue back, I guess.
I wouldn't have. I would have totally agreed with her.
Interesting. Okay. I had no idea people felt that strongly about roundabouts.
I didn't either. I was pretty surprised.
Not to monopolize your time here, but I also had something recently.
Mm-hmm.
I saw something online and I thought it was too interesting not to bring up to you. So selfishly, I was hoping that you wouldn't have a Ryan's Corner topic, but you did.
I really brought it today.
And what a topic. But I also, as a bonus, Ryan's got 2 corners today. I'm going to hit you with this question, and I think it's a good one. So which of the following options is less impossible? Which one do you have the best chance of accomplishing? Okay. A hit in a Major League Baseball game, a basket in an NBA game, or a touchdown in an NFL game. Which is the least impossible?
And this would just be like if we hop into any
plug you into not necessarily against the best team, but like a mid-level team, all things being equal.
What was the catching a touchdown or throwing a touchdown, or does it matter? Just
I would say for the touchdown one, either catching or rushing. If you'd somehow think that would be easier, but it probably wouldn't be.
I think making a basket in an NBA game would be the easiest.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
How tall are you?
6 foot.
Not a chance.
Some people are 6'1", 6'2".
Everybody, not only are they taller than you, but they've got like the wingspan of people much taller than themselves.
Okay.
And you're not, I mean, if your ankles can't hold up to the rigorous.
First of all, I can shoot a basket. Like,
sure.
Yeah.
By yourself at the YMCA.
That's true.
But not with a hand in your face.
Right. But the other options are hitting is it just hitting a baseball?
Well, I think that the idea is you're a hit.
A hit.
So not only are you making contact, but you're also getting to first base.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's the hardest thing to do in sports.
Bullshit. That's the hardest thing to do in sports. I could bunt.
Are you fast? Are you fast?
I could sprint. How far is it from
90 feet?
I could sprint 90 feet. Give me a little bit of time to stretch. I could sprint 90 feet.
Statistically, that is the hardest thing to do.
Stop saying statistically. You have no statistics to back this up.
The best players in the league are getting out in some form 7 out of 10 times. The best players in the league. If you hit 300, that is an exceptionally good batting average.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And you think you're just going to get up there and bunt?
Well, okay, let's use you. Yeah, I could if I needed to. See, the problem with your logic is there's all these different scenarios where like maybe somebody's trying to hit a home run. They're not just trying to get to first base. So in that scenario,
I'm saying getting just any sort of hit.
Yeah, but what they're going for is different than what you and I would be going for. We're going like, I'm getting to first base. Like for me, that's my grand slam. Yeah. But like somebody else, if they're trying to hit a home run, they're not necessarily focused on getting.
Do you know what the success rate of getting to first base on a bunt is? It's probably like.
Is this like a sex thing you're talking about for baseball? Because my first base percentage is very, very good.
Is it? Yeah. For you? Congrats.
I'm a good kisser.
I bet it's under 200. I bet it's 10 to 15%.
So using your whole numbers thing, which all this Moneyball shit has gone to your brain. Imagine if there was a similar sort of system put into place for football, for receivers specifically. So, okay, let's say every single time that the ball is thrown to a particular receiver, you're counting up an average, and you're counting the times that they don't catch it. You're counting the times that they make a touchdown. You're counting the times that they don't make a touchdown. So like, that's the percentage that we're dealing with in this scenario as opposed to what you're talking about. I think the percentage would be lower for an NFL receiver if you're counting, like, if you're looking at it from a percentage-based standpoint of time, like weighing touchdown catches, touchdown receptions versus incomplete passes and catches that don't result in a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
That percentage is probably lower than your average batting average.
Yeah, that's fine.
So then,
but that wasn't the question, though.
Yeah, it is.
The question was, which one is the least impossible?
Yeah, scoring a touchdown, getting a hit,
yeah,
or shooting a basket.
Right. I'm saying shooting a basket. I'm just saying, I'm trying to show you how I'm canceling out the other two options. Okay. I'm not ordering. Do you want me to order them? Because I think
this is your corner. You can do whatever you'd like to in your corner.
I think it would be like if I were to hop in and play. Yes, it would be basket, hit, and then catching a football would be.
I thought you said that the baseball one was going to be the hardest one.
I'm just saying. I'm saying
argue you up from that.
But like, okay, no, I'm saying it is the toughest thing to do in sports is to hit a baseball. But if I were to hop into like an NFL game, like just me
right now,
no
preparation, you're just hopping.
I'm very slow. I'm going to be defended by someone who's very tall, very in shape.
Yeah.
There's not a chance I'm going to be able to score a touchdown. I would probably
everything you just said, you could also apply to basketball.
No, because if I got open, I could just.
You wouldn't get open. That's not a possibility.
A guy sets a screen for me. I get out there and I nail it. I get one quick shot off.
Okay. Is that your strategy? So
that would be my strategy.
Somebody sets a screen for you. We're talking like 3-pointer or like get as close as you realistically could before you hit like the big men in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Although I knock threes down all day.
Interesting. Okay. I guess with the potential of like maybe have a really good screen setter, I might be more inclined to agree with you. But I still think that baseball would be the pick because like there's nobody actively guarding you in baseball. Like there's no one who's like shoving you or like physically imposing anything on you. It's just
have you hit that ball. Have you played baseball before? Did you?
I put my trophy out since the last time that we.
You did?
Yeah. I'll show it to you.
From when?
Like, I would have been like 5th grade.
Okay. I'm not trying to take anything away from your trophy. I respect that.
Yeah. It's got like hologram.
I totally respect that.
Nice trophy. The Yankees.
I want you to, I don't know how you get this. Maybe go to the batting cages. I don't know. Stand in there and watch like a 65-mile-an-hour pitch come at you.
Mm-hmm.
You'll probably back up. You'll probably back. I remember playing and like, this is when I found out I wasn't going to be good at baseball anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I was good before. I used to play like wiffle ball in the backyard or like with a tennis ball and a lot of fun.
Sure.
But then we were playing in this league. It was like 12 to 15 and like me and a bunch of like friends we were playing and this guy got up and we were like, this kid's not 15. There's no way. He's probably like graduated high school already. This guy is throwing like 80 miles an hour and we are sitting there like spinning away from like pitches that are right down the middle. We're like, fuck this. I want nothing to do with it. But that is insane. And this guy was throwing pretty straight. But then you got like pitches where they're throwing huge curveballs and the balls are moving all over the place. Even if you get in and you're looking at 85 miles an hour and you try to hit a pitch that's going right down the middle, you're not going to touch it.
What's the average speed of a pitch in Major League Baseball?
Like 88 to 90, probably.
Really?
That's average. Yeah. I mean, you have guys who can throw like 98 to 102. That's pretty rare, but like.
Are most pitches like fastball pitches?
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like the go-to just to like throw people like, cause they throw like what they do. Like this is baseball. They'll throw at your head.
Yeah,
get you to back off, and they'll throw one right down on the other side, like like just on the lower outside corner of the plate. It's a strike, but now
you're hitting so many things right now. You're getting real worked up. I can tell.
I just think it's incredibly difficult to hit a baseball.
I think you're putting the pussy on a pedestal right now. I think you're too attached to baseball, and you can't think about that subjectively. If I just stuck my bat out, I'm bound to like hit something, right? Like I just had my bat out.
But you got to hit it fair too, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, as long as I'm making contact, that's what's important.
So you do a bunt?
I could bunt my way to first base. And you could, hypothetically, you could luck out and just hit the ball where they ain't. And that would be the end of it.
Yeah. Well, I think you're downplaying like what these guys do for a living. Have you seen, I think it's Kent Murphy. He has this skit called like Never Bunt.
Uh-huh. Who's Ken Murphy?
He just does these baseball skits.
Oh, okay. famous baseball skitman.
Yeah.
Ken Murphy.
Kent.
Kent
I'm
Murphy.
pretty sure it's Ken Murphy. I haven't watched it in a while. I'll send you one of these later.
We'll put this out onto the internet. We'll get other people's opinion. I think that we've stated it is. You seem like you have another.
No. I wanted to also say about something that I just wanted to, at a gas station store. I don't know how you would have handled this. So I go to the gas station.
Is this a third Ryan's Corner?
It is.
Top?
Yeah, we're gonna. So I'm this woman like driving, with like she's an older woman, she's driving with like her hands clenched on the steering wheel, and she's very nervous.
She has breasts.
Presumably, yeah.
Uh-huh.
But she pulls into the the gas station, and she doesn't move forward to the tank that's open, like right in front. And I'm right behind her, like the whole. And I'm waiting for her to go. She never does. So like I pull around her and go.
Okay.
So that was kind of the thing number one. And then I fill up my tank, and this guy comes up to me after like I went inside to, and he gets some like chapstick or something. And he's like, I need help. And he shows up with like this like 5-gallon like gas tank. Like he wants me to fill it up.
No, and you're just a patron.
Yes, I'm getting ready to take the pump out of my tank and just leave. And and it's not like I'm stuck. Here's a gallon. He's asking me to fill up this like 5-gallon like tank of gas
on your card.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because I'm pumping gas right now. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
5 gallons.
That's.
And he was a little demanding about it too. He's like, I need some help. But he didn't really say what he's just like, kind of
Did you help him?
No. No. And like, I felt a little bit bad because like, I didn't know if he would, but the way he was like coming at it and the fact that it was this huge gas tank, I thought that was really odd. Like,
did he give you an explanation?
No, nothing.
See, I feel like if they're going to demand something of that, they need to come up with an appropriate sob story.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm stranded back 3 miles back that way. I need to fill up this tank.
But even if you don't need a gas tank that big.
So he just went up to you. He's like, hey, fill this up.
In a way, like, he didn't say, but it was kind of implied that like, he wasn't really asking. He was just like, I need your help. And that's kind of it.
Did you see this guy like making the rounds before he got to you? Or?
He did. He was asking other people because like I saw like he was asking the woman who decided not to pull forward. And,
I really thought this story was going to be about her, but
that was just the start of it. But it was weird. I
don't know what I would have done.
I mean that's like $15 easy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I could have, I guess, given him like a gallon or something, but
sure. I don't know. I have a tendency to get like flim-flammed by people sometimes.
What do you mean flim-flammed?
I just like, sometimes I'm too nice and allow myself to assist people. And then like, I regret doing so. Like I very, very seldom do I ever do a good deed for somebody and then come out of that thinking that was worth my time to do that. Like there was somebody who I helped jump his car, at the park and ride. Like within the past, I don't know, 6 months or something like that. And like, oh my God, that guy was driving such a piece of shit and like just smelled of BO. Yeah. And it was just miserable. There's another guy that was panhandling also at the park and ride. Yeah. When you know it, he was asking for money and I begrudgingly gave him some. And then he wanted me to walk with him to find cigarettes. And that's where I drew the line and said, no, I'm waiting for the bus.
Why did he want you to go find cigarettes with him? Like,
so he wanted money for cigarettes.
Yeah. But then you gave him money, right?
And I gave him money.
Yeah. How much did you give him? $10?
No. I've never seen you more engaged with a line of questioning than you just were right then. It was like a 1 or a 5.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't, no, 10 I wouldn't part with. 5, maybe. But no, he was asking me, do you know where I can buy cigarettes? And so I told him I think that there's a like corner store, like right just across the street over there. And I pointed like literally right in the direction of where that store would be. And so he motions with like, hey, come with me. He gave me like the come along motion. And I'm like, no, I'm waiting for the bus. I can't leave. I have to stay and wait for my bus.
That's weird.
It was weird.
Yeah.
It was a little strange.
That would annoy me.
Yeah. And then of course I tore a ligament in my knee helping somebody, but yeah. So good stuff.
no good deed goes unpunished.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Never helping anyone ever again.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's it. Just needed to get that off my chest.
I could see why. All right. Well, in that case, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Now, as far as anybody who would like to follow along with our chronology here, this is going to be another match that is going to be accessible via the WWE Network. You might be able to find it elsewhere. It's possible. Look for Bam Bam Bigelow versus Taz. Go ahead, give it a watch, or you can hear our summary right after this commercial break. Thanks, everybody. Back in a minute. Hey, everybody. Just want to let you all know this is going to be the last of the Gold Belly commercials for the Hard Mark podcast. So if you've been wondering, where's that referral link? I want to help support the show. Well, unfortunately, there is no referral link. But we'll have some great new sponsors coming up on future episodes, so don't you worry about that. But I didn't want to just leave you with nothing, so for this episode, we have a little hidden gem for you. I actually had Ryan record his own Gold Belly ad, so you'll get to experience the full unedited glory of Ryan Murphy attempting to read advertising copy. So without any further ado, enjoy. Hi everybody, this is Eric Donaldson with Ryan Murphy from the Hard Mark podcast, and this week when we're doing our food exploring on behalf of Gold Belly, we've made a trip down the barbecue highway to Brisket County. And I know that everyone's probably sick and tired of hearing me blabber on about food, so let's let Ryan tell you a little bit about it.
Thank you, Eric. Your beard looks great as always. No, hold on. Thank you, Eric. Your beard looks great as always. Hey, everybody. Ryan Buford Murphy here. And if there's anything that gets me harder than baseball or wispy goatees, it's Texas brisket. Snow's Barbecue was named the #1 barbecue in all of Texas. And you know what they say, everything is bigger in Texas. Well, if you thought they were just talking about wee-wees when they said that, you need to see this brisket. 4 pounds of velvety, buttery meat that will melt into your moist, demanding chasm.
Chasm.
Okay. This is going to be a lot of editing.
Yeah.
4 pounds of velvety, buttery meat that melt into your moist, demanding chasm. This oak smoked brisket is the stuff of dreams are made of. Featuring a tender, silky center surrounded by a beautiful smoke ring and perfectly seasoned bark. Plus, you get your choice between original sweet and spicy sauce to top it off. You prefer ribs, barbecue turkey breast, or maybe you prefer ribs, barbecue turkey breast, or maybe you want to take the plunge into the best Texas barbecue feast, a mouth-watering package of tender pork spare ribs, juicy smoked sausage, and their signature brisket. No matter what your preference for the size, girth, or heat of the meat, you're going to love Snow's Barbecue.
That's good.
Yeah.
You comfortable with that?
Do your best on that.
Perfect.
Yeah, chasm. I've
Chasm.
never heard that.
It's like a valley. It's like it's a gap between like a mountain area. It's a chasm.
Oh,
Yeah.
never heard of it.
All right. So we just minutes ago, we finished watching Bam Bam Bigelow versus Taz for the ECW Television Championship, I should say. Unfortunately, Ryan dropped another one. Very unfortunate. Bam Bam took the win. Taz was your prediction. How you feeling right now, Ryan?
That didn't seem fair to me.
What makes you say that? What was unfair about it?
The mat broke.
Yeah, so just to set the stage, because I'm assuming most people probably didn't watch it, but if you did, it was a fun little match. But yeah, the ending of the match, so Taz had his signature finishing hold on Bam Bam. So he had him in the chokehold. He was up on Bam Bam's back. And then Bam Bam, and you may have actually caught this, Bam Bam was tapping out, submitting, but the referee couldn't see it. And so then he collapsed to the mat and he fell with Taz on his back, and they fell through the actual mat itself, which
No big deal.
elicited a yelp from you. I don't think you were expecting that.
I wasn't. Not sure how that's legal, but
It's ACW, and it goes.
Oh, okay.
We know about what extreme sports are. That was, the extreme sports wrestling edition. But yeah, unfortunately, that hurts your But loss
I
percentage.
think it's in dispute, but you can move forward.
You can take it up with the governing
Mhm.
body of this whole thing. So let me go through the match notes. We will take a quick peek at this. My first note here is Taz could be a nice guy. That's the first.
He looks so upset, but he looks like one of those guys that, like, you know, could be like I don't know, like some cuddly guy, you know.
Cuddly?
Yeah, just like his face. He's kind of like almost like a squishy looking, like.
You're describing him the same way you describe like a pug.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I don't know. I just got that from him. Like, he's trying a little too hard to.
Was it the Taz tattoo that he had? Like, did you see that when he was kind of posing in the corner? He had a little Tasmanian devil tattoo on his arm. Was that it, or just the whole package?
It was the package. His arms were like crossed and, you know, pudgy, like, yeah.
Look at that. Somebody you want to have a beer with.
Like, he could be a nice neighbor. You just never know he does this. You know,
right, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's
great neighbor. Like, brings over. You know, you can just go get some. Whatever you need, borrow tools.
Yeah. Right. You know, he's a little eccentric. He'll rollerblade around from time to time. But aside from that, salt of the earth, good guy.
Yes.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
So Taz could be a nice guy. Seemed like, especially in the early portions of the match, you were really digging Taz. Seemed like you were really a big fan of what.
I like his moves a lot.
He was just bringing it full force.
He just throw people around.
Yeah.
Like, none of it looked like, you know, like he was going like, you know, a little bit easy on the guy to not hurt. It just looked like he was throwing him over the ring.
Sure.
Into the crowd. He just did whatever he wanted. Well, yeah, 100%. There was no give there. I liked it.
What did you think about the throw into the crowd? Because you actually joked, oh, he's going to throw him into the crowd. And then 5 seconds later, he threw him into the crowd. I thought
it looked like the fans were ready for it, too. They like knew what was coming, and they created a little space. I mean, like you said, there's beer and chairs all over the place, but they you know, they got themselves out of the way. There
was one guy, I know we will probably not get around to watching one of their matches, but there's a guy named Little Spike Dudley who, one of the major components of his whole character, his gimmick, was he would get thrown into the crowd by giant men. And then he was very small. He was probably like 130, 140 pounds, like tiny. And people would catch him, the crowd would catch him, and then they would crowd surf him around the arena before like tossing him back into the
Was that like a fan favorite thing, or was he just kind of fucking with them? Like,
you know, he was like a good guy. So he was known as the giant killer. So he would be like this tiny man in there against huge, like 6'5", 6'6" dudes, and like he would try and take him out, but inevitably there'd be a spot in the match where they literally throw him from inside of the ring out into the crowd. So we're talking like 5-6 feet of airtime just into the audience itself, which was always fun.
It sounds fun.
Yeah, only in ECW, where apparently lawsuits weren't quite as prevalent as elsewhere. But yeah, that throw into the crowd was nuts, just on account of the fact like Taz had to have significantly taken like a big hit to the back of his head on that guardrail.
He did, yeah. I thought there was going to be blood. I was a little surprised because
I'm a little surprised there wasn't.
Yeah.
Let's see. So suplex in the crowd. They fight in the crowd for a little bit. Around that point, we started trying to look for women in the crowd, of which there were.
We weren't sure.
Yeah, it was unclear. It was a lot of long hair. From there, we talked about Bam Bam. He went for that moonsault, which he missed. The backflip move. And then you started, I don't know if I would go so far as to call it fat shaming, but you seem to be down on the fact that Bam Bam was using his naturally gifted talent.
He didn't do anything the entire match. He had no good moves.
What about when he ran into Taz with his body?
Yeah, that was fantastic.
If you Ryan, were 350 pounds, you're a 350 pound man. Wouldn't you want to use your body?
I'm not saying that he's doing. I'm just saying I don't have to like it. I didn't think that he did anything exceptional, anything like strategic or any like Taz threw this guy. I'm more impressed with this like throw over the ring than I was with his throw into the crowd. That first one was just blatantly like just power right over the ring.
Yeah.
All this guy did was use his body weight and hit people with chairs. He tried to set up a table for like 5 minutes and he couldn't do it. And then he got slammed into the table. He
did.
And he did have a funny, like, it looked like he was doing this on the, like.
What are you doing right now?
Yeah, that's right. It was the way he flailed his arms like in slow motion as he was going down onto the table when he got thrown.
Well, I didn't even catch that. So like for me, and it looked like, I think you and I were looking at different things. So I was watching Taz. Like Taz was doing like this weird bridge, but it was like slow motion. It was like a slow motion bridge. He like basically double legged Bam Bam, slowly picked him up and then started to bridge and then put Bam Bam tummy first through the table. Yeah. So what was Bam Bam? He was flailing.
He just, it wasn't that long, but he got a really good idea of his arms flailing like up in the air, like he was ready to do. And then the whole like very dramatic once he hit the table. And
well, you try getting put through a hard wooden table and coming back to life within the next minute and a half.
Yeah, it may have taken longer than that.
It's possible.
Yeah,
it could have been. Let's see. So he talks about there was a bit where they were fighting outside, and on account of all the spilled beer and whatnot,
I was surprised to hear those people drink.
It was a very, I think you could accurately describe the people in the crowd as white 20-year-olds who probably didn't put on a lot of deodorant.
Yeah, I mean, the guy who was wearing the Pittsburgh Steelers jersey, I thought pretty much summed it up.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, he was good.
But he's just a kind of that's what I think of when I think of, If I was going to generalize all the fans in the audience, that's who I would generalize.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're not being an asshole to wrestling in general. You're just talking about this audience in specific.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Some guys had sunglasses on with like long black hair.
That guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That guy was a regular. He pretty much, if you watch any ECW show, odds are you're going to see that dude front row.
Fitting guy too. You could also generalize them as that. Yeah.
Very true. So Bam Bam slipped when he was trying to do a kick, which wrestling kicks, one thing that you'll notice, if you ever watch a guy throw a kick in wrestling, like, so much of wrestling is about just like the entire, not just look, but also the sound of it. And so like the wrestling mats, they're wood, they make a lot of noise when you do stuff. So a lot of times when dudes kick somebody, they'll stomp with like their other foot. So it'll be like a kick with your right, but then you'll stomp with the left. So like it adds to sort of like what's going on there. He was doing that, even though it was outside the ring, it was on concrete and you wouldn't have been able to hear anything, but he was doing that out of instinct. And so when he like stomped and left his foot, I think his foot gave out and he just kind of slipped off.
They didn't do a very good job of showing. It was a pretty quick slip.
Yeah.
Like he was just kind of down and they didn't really like, play into it.
No.
And then I couldn't tell if like Taz was like laughing or he's just like,
well, he's such a nice guy. He probably wouldn't laugh at anybody.
Well, and then also, I mean, at the end, I thought that Triple B was trying to like help Taz up. I thought it was gonna be like a friendly moment.
Yeah.
And then they might get back into it, but he just like
hit him in the balls, right?
No, this was like when the mat broke.
Oh, okay.
But the friendly moment never happened. So,
sure.
But yeah, that
friendly moment never happened.
Well, I mean,
Taz is such a nice guy.
Yeah.
Triple B, not as much, apparently.
No. That's not a guy I would go over and ask to borrow anything.
Yeah, exactly. Not a rollerblader.
I don't want to know what he does.
Probably never even seen Brink before. Bam Bam is no longer with us, for the record.
Is that right?
Yeah, he's passed away.
From what?
That's a good question. I don't really know off the top of my head.
How old was he when he?
Let's get to the bottom of it. I don't want to speculate without. Let's see here.
Surprised I thought he was in great shape.
That's an asshole to Bam Bam. I don't know why. He bounty hunted for your safety.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's see. Bam Bam Bigelow. Okay, so he passed away in 2007. He was 45 at the time. So I guess so this would have been 1998 that this match happened. So he was in his he was my age.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. That is crazy. He was fucking 35 when this match happened. That's nuts. Huh. Oh, died of a drug overdose.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, no, I guess I'm not.
There you have it. Build height 6'4", build weight 390.
What drug?
What? Why? What's the matter? I'll find out. Jesus. Sometimes you drill down on the weirdest
I'm just curious if he was was he like a coke guy or was he like an opiates guy? Like, I wonder what he did.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of wrestling deaths that we bring up over the course of this. Like,
this would be good to know though. What
Maybe we can also.
What is it? You know what? It might. Yeah, opiates makes sense, right?
Opiates makes sense.
Yeah.
Maybe we could also start. We already have a running pool of win-loss, but maybe we can create a pool of like lesser death drug of choice overdose.
I'll start with this one. Already out losing.
Multiple drugs, including toxic levels of cocaine and an anti-anxiety drug. He was also suffering from heart problems, specifically arteriosclerotic cardiovascular disease, and had severe back problems. And apparently he did mixed martial arts one time. He lost
severe back problems.
He did mixed martial arts in 96? Huh. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He lost.
Wow. Huh. Interesting. Yeah.
Never knew that. Learn something every day on the Hard Mark podcast. Don't you really want to keep listening now? Okay. So then we talked about the fall through the mat. That happened. Very surprised by that based on your reaction.
It was.
And then what did you think was going to happen after that? Once both guys went through the mat?
I thought it was going to get pulled up. Thought it was going to be a little friendly, that was, whoops.
So you thought Bam Bam, so you saw Bam Bam get out. You thought Bam Bam was going to be a little bit more sporting about it and like pull Taz out.
Here's some Homeward Bound. Do you know? Okay. But so there's the scene where like the animal, they're coming back, right? And like, the two animals like come back and they run over that hill and you're waiting for the dog.
Yes.
And you're just waiting and you don't know if he's coming. That's what that felt like to me. After Triple B got out, where is it? Like,
I don't know how many ECW matches have ever been compared to the plot of Homeward Bound, but I'm glad that we finally made that distinction.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
But yeah, he didn't really get up on his own, I guess. He
didn't. Yeah, he got drug out of this hole. Bam Bam drug him out of the hole, immediately pinned him, 3 count, and that was the end of it.
Yeah.
About, 10, 15 minute match.
I kind of thought they were going to dance around the hole and wrestle a little bit more. I mean, why not?
They did have a match after this where they had to.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. It literally just had the most haphazard caution tape job. Like literally either one of us could have done better.
I could see them doing this in like the middle of the match too, just like putting this up. Like, well, it's so like, like the hazard tape or the caution. Yeah.
Which, I mean, it played into the realism of like, oh shit, this actually happened. This wasn't planned for. Now, clearly, and in fact, actually, upon rewatching, there was a bit when they were brawling outside before Bam Bam slipped, where I saw specifically the referee like whisper to both guys individually.
Oh,
and that because when I rewatched it recently to kind of acclimate myself to it before we filmed this episode, I was wondering like, how did they? I still don't know how they did it. Because they used that part of the ring earlier in the match. Yeah. So I think they used all the brawling outside the ring bits to kind of like somebody must have been under the ring working on it.
Right. Yeah.
And so the referee was then telling them, okay, ring's good to finish the match. So I found that interesting that I think I caught when that was communicated to both guys.
Yeah.
So I think that brings us to our rankings. So just to set the stage, this is now the 5th match that we've watched. This is going to be ranking number 5. We're starting to flesh this out a little bit now. So just to so I think it's been a while since we've kind of set expectations for where we're at. So right now, number 1 is Shingo Takagi versus Will Ospreay in the Battle of the Super Juniors. Second best match, Andy Kaufman and Jimmy Hart versus Jerry Lawler handicap match. Number 3, we got Hulk versus Andre. And number 4, we have Steiners versus Harlem Heat from WCW Nitro. So with all of those said, we've got Bam Bam versus Taz, ECW Television Championship match. Where are you thinking?
I think I'd put it. I think it was number 2.
I think it was number 2.
Yeah. So drop
Kaufman and Hart versus Lawler. And now we have a new number 2 for Taz versus Bam Bam.
I'm a little surprised I put Kaufman so high last time.
I think you were enjoying their shenanigans and their hijinks.
Yeah.
The pile driver also was.
It was funny. The whole setup leading up to it was funny. Okay. Yeah.
And I have notes about all of these, so I know exactly what happened and what your, feelings were in that moment. But
this was just a good, solid match. It was clean. It wasn't, but it was just
it was probably the opposite of clean.
It wasn't too much like going on. Like I said, like there wasn't fireworks going off everywhere, and it was just a clean, good.
You hate fireworks? You're anti-firework now?
I think I'm going to see a better match than what we watched last time. They're not last time, but the TNT match.
Sure.
Yeah, that was just way, way, way over the top. It wasn't even a good match. Like I'd like to see a good one with those like kind of shenanigans.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Sure. I've got that. I'm sure we can get that queued up at some point.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, so what would you say makes this worse than Shingo versus Ospreay?
I think that was like both. I thought this was one-sided, even though even though they lost.
Yeah.
Even though Taz lost, I thought Taz controlled the whole thing.
You thought Taz was the star.
I did.
And you weren't
the other
impressed
guy
by
was
the
just
ending.
like, you just use his weight to win. I mean, that's why they fell for the mask.
Right, exactly.
Besides the guy on the bottom, working that. But,
sure.
Yeah, I thought it was one-sided.
You kind of said the same thing about the Shingo versus Ospreay. You were a big fan of
Ospreay being one-sided, though. I thought
Shingo did a lot.
Yeah,
but I think you were more impressed by Ospreay. But you were saying that you were, if Bam Bam had brought a little bit more to the table, then maybe it would have been a different story in terms of your match ranking.
Maybe, but probably not.
Like if he would have been doing
I could see this match easily dropping down the line. I just
you don't think this is your forever too?
No, I'm just putting it here for right now. Kind of
okay.
Just table it. And
yeah, it's not looking well for Hulk versus Andre. That's and I mean Steiners versus Harlem Heat. Woof.
Yeah,
that's bad.
That was a pretty awful match.
Well, I've got some news for you for next episode. So, I think we're going to kind of jump around a little bit as we have been doing, 90s, 80s, more modern stuff, etc. Next episode, we're going to go back to the 80s and really kind of what I think would be a smart anchor for this whole thing is following sort of the career path of one Terry the Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
And so we're going to go back. So we already saw Hulk versus Andre. So we're going to revisit another Hulk Hogan match. This one's going to be Hulk Hogan versus Macho Man Randy Savage. Have you heard? Are you familiar with Macho Man?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. So that's going to be pretty good. So that'll be next episode. Okay. We'll be going back to the Hulk Will, kind of following his journey through wrestling, so we can kind of see the evolution of things through the eyes of the Hulkster.
Sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. Anything else that you feel we need to address on this week's episode? Oh, put a bow on it, everybody. We got it sorted out. Well, thank you very much for listening. We'll be back next episode with that hot episode where the mega powers are going to explode. It's going to be great. It's a great match. The best of all time, Hulkster versus the Macho Man, and we've got a lot of things to talk about on that episode about their very unique relationship. So that'll be fun. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate you downloading this episode. Again, we are on Twitter. We are on Facebook. Thank you for looking up our various channels. Be on the lookout for those with any news or notes or things that we want to pass along. Again, we'll have that Tasmaniac picture that everyone can kind of glance at their free time in the near future as well. So thank you very much, anybody. Appreciate your time. We really need a solid outro.
Yeah, we do. I'm working on one.
Bye. You're a homeowner.
Yeah.
Who decides, I want to just roller skate around the neighborhood.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.